It's Friday, December 5th, right now on 12 News at 10.
I'm Chase Golightly in Globe. Tonight, the community came together to celebrate the holidays. It's the first big event since devastating flooding tore through their town. How the community is moving forward, coming up.
Another night with lows in the 40s for the valley, but I am tracking a warm up for the entire state coming up in my weather impact forecast.
Plus, a major donor at ASU accused of sexually harassing multiple women. The school's athletic director and president both testify in today's trial.
And Valley first responders practice saving a child's life during a mock drowning.
And everybody just knew what to do, and they were all counting together. Like, you can tell that they're definitely trained for these.
12 News at 10 starts now.
Good evening. It's been nearly 2 months since devastating floods swept through the towns of Globe and Miami, leaving 3 dead and dozens of homes damaged or destroyed. But tonight, signs of hope and recovery. Thanks for joining us for 12 News at 10. I'm Mark Curtis.
And I'm Adelita Divine. As many people are still recovering, Globe came together tonight for an event that brought some normalcy back to the community.
12 News journalist Chase Golightly is in Globe and has the story.
It was a night of hope and resilience for the community of Globe as they all came together to celebrate the holidays. It's a night they needed.
Bring the kids out and have some fun.
There's nothing like a small town Christmas.
Everyone gathered in downtown Globe for the city's Hope for the Holidays event, where there was shopping, carolers, Santa, and when you live in a small town, you pretty much know everyone.
It's fun. It's the community gets together and you see people that a lot of times you wouldn't see otherwise when you have a gathering like this.
There was some trouble.
Oh my goodness. Look like the Grinch.
They just arrested the Grinch right behind you.
Yes.
The police are on it. That's good.
That's good.
This happens every year, but this one is different. It's the first major celebration since Globe was hit hard by powerful floods. It was at the end of September when it tore through Globe and Miami, killing 3 people, damaging dozens of homes and businesses. All this time later, you can still see the aftermath. Most shops have opened, but some still have boarded windows or are condemned. A traumatic experience no one will forget.
I work at a school, and so every rainstorm we've had since the flood, we've had hysterical children. They're afraid, and they tell me stories like the camp trailer was hitting the house that we were in, and we thought it was going to knock it off the foundation, and my aunt was downtown and almost got washed away.
While Friday was about celebrating together, it was also a show of strength.
To have something fun happening where we can get back together and see that we weren't defeated, it's really nice.
That no matter what this city goes through, they have each other and will keep moving forward.
After all of that, you want to be with your family, and that includes the whole town.
Just seeing everybody kind of laughing and hearing kids giggle and just, I don't know, it was just the community came back together tonight.
People are resilient. We always have been. Everybody helps each other out.
In Globe, Chase Golightly, 12 News.
Good to see them bouncing back. Developing tonight, newly sworn-in Congresswoman Adelita Grijalva says she was pepper sprayed by federal agents during an ICE raid in Tucson today. The Democratic Congresswoman was outside of a taco shop where agents say they were serving a search warrant related to immigration and tax violations. It was one of 16 similar raids across the state today. Grijalva posted video where you can see an agent appear to spray someone standing nearby, but not her directly. In another video, you see what appears to be a pepper ball explode near Grijalva's feet. Here's what she told reporters at the scene.
They're targeting small mom and pop businesses that don't have the financial resources to fight back. And so they're looking at I-9s, and that's what they're doing. They're targeting small businesses and people that are helping in our communities in order to try to fill the quota that Trump has given them.
On social media, Assistant Secretary of Homeland Security Tricia McLaughlin says Grijalva was never pepper sprayed. She added that Grijalva did not have a right to, quote, join in on that obstruction just because she's a member of Congress.
In just a matter of days, ASU men's basketball coach Bobby Hurley will be called in to testify in federal court. It all comes amid a wrongful termination case from 6 years ago involving a major donor and multiple women, including Hurley's wife. 12 News journalist Craig Harris was in the courtroom today with the details.
Did Arizona State's athletic department engage in a cover-up when it came to the sexual harassment of 3 women, including the wife of men's basketball coach Bobby Hurley? And then did the athletic director fire the whistleblower? That's what's being alleged here in a high-stakes court case in downtown Phoenix in federal court.
Martin, nice lead pass. Oh!
It all began here at the 2019 Pac-12 men's basketball tournament. A major donor was accused of sexually harassing 3 women, the wife of this man, former senior associate athletics director Dave Cohen, and the wives of Coach Bobby Hurley and one of his assistants. Cohen in court records said he reported it to then athletic director Ray Anderson, who did nothing. Instead, it was disclosed in court Friday that Anderson continued to woo the donor for more money. Cohen, who oversaw the men's basketball program, claims Anderson then fired him in August 2019 in retaliation for pressing Anderson to take action. Cohen filed a $1.5 million claim against ASU the following year and then sued the school, the Board of Regents, and Anderson in federal court. ASU claims Cohen was fired for cause. However, an ASU investigation found the donor did sexually harass the 3 women. The trial began this week. On Friday, ASU President Michael Crow was the first to take the stand. He said Cohen brought competence to the table for ASU athletics. He said he did not recall many events, including why Cohen was given a $100,000 performance bonus just 41 days before he was fired. That bonus was the largest among the entire athletic staff except for coaches. Next on the stand was Sandy Hatfield Clubb, an executive sports consultant for ASU athletics. She noted that Cohen was prone to outbursts and was not trusted by other staff, yet she also said he was pleasant. Anderson also took the stand. While questioned by one of Cohen's attorneys, he said it was a mistake to not report the donor's behavior to proper ASU officials. Anderson also confirmed he gave Cohen a 3% raise, the highest possible, before firing him. And Anderson confirmed he gave Cohen annual performance bonuses of at least $75,000 during a 5 or 6 year period. Yet, Anderson stood by his decision to fire Cohen. The case resumes next week, and Bobby Hurley is expected to take the stand on Wednesday. Reporting in downtown Phoenix, I'm Craig Harris, 12 News.
Craig, thanks. Phoenix police have arrested a man they say is responsible for 2 separate murders that happened just blocks apart last month. Police identified him as 21-year-old Alberto Torres. They say it started when Torres fired shots at a home on November 11th. Thankfully, no one was hit in that incident, but just a few weeks later on the 24th, police say he shot and killed 45-year-old Marcus Adams near 19th Avenue in Greenway, and then on the 29th, 29-year-old Andreas Alguin was killed near 19th Avenue in Thunderbird. Torres is now facing 2 murder charges.
New at 10, it's not something that you see every day. A helicopter landing poolside at the Arizona Grand Resort. Tonight, first responders staged a realistic drowning scenario to show just how critical teamwork and speed are in a real emergency.
It's training that really hits close to home for all of us here in Arizona, where we have some of the highest child drowning rates in the country. 12 News journalist Kyle Simchuk shows us how today's training unfolded.
This 13-year-old boy enters a pool at the Arizona Grand Resort. Not long after, he's face down in the water. It looks real, and that's the point. First responders carried out a full-scale drowning simulation in front of hundreds of medical professionals attending the Cardiac Arrest Survival Summit. The scenario focused on a mock 13-year-old drowning victim, requiring CPR, airway support, medications, and rapid transport by helicopter.
Today we worked with our friends at Phoenix Fire Department and the amazing lifeguards here at the Arizona Grand, and we simulated a pediatric drowning, which unfortunately is a pretty common occurrence here in the state of Arizona.
Mandy Osborne is a flight nurse with Native Air, which flew in one of their medical helicopters. She says in a real emergency, the teamwork seen in this drill is exactly what's needed.
The team here today had already established IV access. They also had established an airway.
Her team would then continue those interventions during transport.
Hooked him up to a ventilator if he was actually intubated. We would have hooked him up to a ventilator to make sure that we're giving him the best type of breaths that he needs.
Osborne says Native Air carries a full arsenal of critical care tools.
We're a Full-on ICUs. We also carry blood, and we have like half a pharmacy worth of medications.
She also praised the resort's lifeguards.
They have a very formal training program as well as ongoing training. And the American Red Cross did offer to bring lifeguards in, and the hotel said, no, let us use our lifeguards because they can handle this.
Watching from the crowd was pediatric cardiologist Dr. Stuart Berger. He's attending the summit and visiting from Chicago.
Fascinating. Incredible to see what a multidisciplinary approach it was, how everybody worked together, and the key is how they were prepared.
He treats patients at the hospital, but rarely gets to see the work involved getting them there.
It takes a village of people who practice and work well together, and that's how lives are saved.
And for volunteering to be a mock patient, this 13-year-old got his very first helicopter ride, and they even took him out of the stretcher so he could enjoy the view. We're in Phoenix. Kyle Simchuk, 12 News.
All right, Kyle, thank you. Well, still ahead, the Supreme Court agrees to hear a landmark case that could dramatically change who's granted U.S. citizenship at birth.
And a dog missing for nearly 5 years is reunited with his family after being found more than 2,000 miles away.
And temperatures falling now, a chilly night in store, but by the second half of the weekend, warming temperatures, and that warming trend continues into next week.
Well, we want to invite you to register for a holiday tradition with Phoenix Children's Hospital and 12 News. It's the annual Ignite Hope Candlelight Walk. It's coming up next Saturday, December 13th.
You can scan the QR code that's on the right side of your screen. Thousands of people will come together for the special walk and to help raise funds for Phoenix Children's. All of the festivities will kick off with a family festival and then a walk to the hospital that takes place at sunset. So we hope you'll join us on December 13th as we walk and shine our lights for kids and families in need.
And at 10:12, let's give you a live look over outside at downtown Phoenix. Stay right here. 12 News at 10 is coming right back.
The holidays should feel magical for every child. You can make that happen for a child in foster care. Visit azgivingtrees.com to select a wish. It's simple, meaningful, and makes a real difference. Visit azgivingtrees.com.